This is scary. We broke a story on the website yesterday, and we have more details today about the guy who broke into Rihanna's house, and we know what he had his sights on, and it's bad.
It's bad. He was had his sights on having sex with Rihanna, and as we told you, this did not. Luckily, Rihanna was not there, but the man apparently spent quite a bit of time in Rihanna's house.
At least a day. Just process this. A day in this famous woman's house, undetected.
Can you imagine if she were home? I mean, she was on the other side of the country, but if she walked in and saw that, that's terrifying.
Well, and it's not just seeing that, it's what he would have done.
So this is a 26-year-old man. Police say he somehow disabled her alarm system.
And again, that's remarkable. I don't know how on earth you do that.
Right.
But he disabled the alarm system, gets inside, makes himself at home, is charging his cell phone, putting his bags in rooms, and is there for at least a day. It could be longer, but they know he was there for a day. And he's saying, you know, this is crazy. He's saying, look, I was not going to have forcible sex, meaning rape, with Rihanna because presumably, I think what he's reading between the lines
is that she
wants to do it.
Right.
And again, so this delusional guy, God knows what would have happened if Rihanna walked in the house. But thank God she wasn't there. He was arrested. He was tased and arrested.
Yes. Actually, he even attempted to break into another home.
Earlier, like a week earlier.
A week earlier, when because he thought that was Rihanna's house. So he
got arrested for, one of the things he got arrested for, aside from residential burglary, was stalking, because if he was looking for Rihanna and keeps breaking into houses, that's stalking. So he's in jail right now, and they're going to get a restraining order against this guy. But the problem is, it's like
he's clearly not someone. Yeah, this is someone where there's more than likely are mental health issues.
And the problem is that they're the least likely people to obey a restraining order.
This is one of the scarier ones I've ever seen. I mean, the fact that the guy got into her home, seemed determined to get into her home because he had broken into another home before then. And then said that the reason, normally when you hear these things, the guy says, oh, I just wanted to talk to her, show her my bubblegum collection or something like that. But he says that he wanted to have sex with her.
And made himself very comfortable in her home.
Right.
So this was not like a guy lying in wait. This was a guy just kind of waiting for something to happen.
And the craziest part about it is the previous incident happened a week before, and then he was released and everything was fine, and then he went and did it again, which is to say he's not going to do it a third time.
Heather is a great point to exactly what you said, Harvey, that when you get a restraining order against someone like this, they're not really thinking about it like...
It is the problem with the legal system, and not really the legal system, because it can only go so far. But again, the people least likely to obey a restraining order sometimes are the most dangerous people who need to. And then you get into the whole mental health thing, which is a disaster. I mean, it is just a disaster right now. So how do you solve this problem? There is no solution right now. There is no solution without proper funding. There is no solution to this. Celebrities are particularly at risk for this because they're so out there. But again, I keep going back to, how on earth do they disable an alarm and get in the house?
To me, it seems like you have to have some knowledge of.
I was going to say, do we know anything about him?
Employment was.
He was he's 26 years old.
I know, but he might have been working. He might have worked in a situation where he could learn to circumvent an alarm
I was thinking, like, what did he climb on the side of the building and like snip the wires?
Well, but snipping the wires will trigger the alarm. I have never heard of an alarm system that got disabled this way. I've never heard of anything like that.
I know. Protect Rihanna at all costs, though, man. It's like, this is the type of situation. I know this guy's being detained right now and he's being held on bail. But when you know that someone is this much of a danger to another individual,
what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? And there's no good answer, Ven. There is just no good answer.
Hi, Harvey. It's Gracie calling.
Gracie, what about Charles?
Oh, hi, Charles. Charles.
Hi, Gracie. It's okay.
So every time I hear about these cases, I always think of Rebecca Schaefer. I know, Harvey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
That very well. And like under California Penal Code, the guy can get 3 to 4 years, but the problem is these guys get out and they continue doing it. I honestly believe that Rihanna needs like armed guards, physical guards there. And I grew up with German Shepherds, like nothing's better than some attack dogs. But these guys are delusional, and she's very beautiful. And now we're in the age of social media where these these crazy nutcases know where these celebrities are.
You're absolutely right. Social media has turned everything on its head and created enormous danger for people. It just has.